Well, everyone, I am definitely in rural Arkansas. Well, guys, the first town that we're visiting is called Hartford. 1920 was peak population year, a little over 2,000 people, 2,067. Today there are right at 500. You know, in 1920, the town of 2000 was pretty major. But today, it will be a shadow of itself. Still got a post office here, though. It is right here. Hartford, Arkansas. The median age of the town is 41, 52% male, 48% female. Oh, that's pretty normal. I'm going to head to the right here. That will take me into downtown. But first off, here's the ethnic breakdown. 84% white, 3% Hispanic, 12% mixed race. So with that, let's head into downtown, see what it looks like. I'm sure there's some remnants of its heyday in the 1920s or the 1920s. Jesus saves. I guess you can see that, can you? Victory in Jesus. So here's the little downtown. Yeah, the sun is behind these buildings, but hopefully you can see them. Yeah, those have been there for a while. You wonder how long. I would think 1920s though. How about you? Those look like they've been there at least that long. Hartford Lodge. Right there. And anyway, they've got some buildings over here. Actually, a lot of cars down here. People hanging out on the steps downtown. Looks like there's some folks hanging out doing something here. Flea market maybe of some sort. How about that, huh? And you know this is going to be here. The local Dollar General. Well, across the road from what looks like an abandoned RV, they've got a old Catholic church here. Hints of Gothic architecture there. You see that lancet opening. Catholic Church. St. Leo's Catholic Church. Let's get that spit out. Looks like it is still in use. Yeah, see those windows? Just a hint of Gothic. I really like that building. There's some abandoned school buildings here. That looks like an old scoreboard, doesn't it? Farmers Bank. It's just a field here. There's the cow grazing right there, and what looks like may have been, I'm guessing the track, you know, for running track. Maybe even the football field was in there. The sun is at an angle. Hopefully you can see it. But you can see the stands there. long abandoned. It's kind of cool to have a cow grazing in there. Let's check out these school buildings. They're right over here. Yeah, what does it say? NH Arena. So this is where they played football, ran track, that kind of thing. And here's the building. Maybe it was the high school, I would guess. But as you can see, that has been neglected for quite some time. There's another school building right next to it. Hartford, well, it used to say elementary. With the population loss, I would guess that students that are left here, the kids that are left here, go somewhere else, to another town. These are definitely country roads, country neighborhood roads. It's kind of pretty though, isn't it? You see the occasional abandoned home. Well, let's get some more numbers to you guys. Median household income here is $43,750 a year. That's $841 a week. So that's what everybody in a household 15 years old or older combined make total in the household, or almost $44,000. It's not very much, is it? Not these days. Cost of living though, real low. Here's the index. Yeah, just an 81. It's almost 20% lower than the US as a whole. Housing is 57% lower. Median home value here, $72,900. A lot of stuff in that yard. A lot of stuff. They could have a flea market. The first cat I've seen in a long time. Finally in Arkansas. Where are you going, guy? Yeah, he's disappearing into the woods there. Well, poverty. It's 20.5% overall. But for kids 17 and older, it's really high. 44%. Folks 65 and older, it's not bad though, 6%. Boy, that is... Huh. That was interesting. So yeah, for children, poverty's pretty high. Older folks, not bad at all though. But crime. We got to talk about crime. You ready for this? I mean, you can't even really give you a per K number because it's so low. I'm trying to explain to you how low the crime is here. Well, I'll just give it the number to you. 1. Yes, they had 1 crime here last year. Property crime. Theft. Probably some kid shoplifting. I mean, that's insane. 500 people here. So that would be 0.5 crimes per 1,000 people. Is that right? Is my math right? That is a crazy number. Well, they've got a bit of a mini museum here of tractors, don't they? I like that. This is Chestnut Street. That's it. You know you're in the country when your residential streets look like that. That is pretty awesome. Well, I think we've seen enough here. So let's head to the next town. Out here deep in rural Arkansas, they have the 10 Commandments posted. Just in case you need to be refreshed on that. Yep, out here in the middle of nowhere. It's kind of awesome if you think about it. Sure is pretty out here. I will say that. Calm and relaxing driving in this part of the country. Honestly, I love it. I am in Huntington, Arkansas. Here's a map. Show you where I'm at. Over here in West Arkansas. Now, in 1910, Huntington had 1,700 people. Back in 1910, that was a good-sized town. Today, there are a little less than 500. It's not quite the town that it used to be. Right up here is downtown. To the left. Median age here is 34, 51% male, 49% female. That's pretty normal. Let's get a look at this downtown, shall we? I don't think there's a whole lot here. Doesn't look like it. An abandoned building there. It's just kind of beautiful though, isn't it? The decay and the greenery. I really dig it. Well, let's see. This town is 90% white, 2% Hispanic, 1% Asian, 1% black, last 7% mixed race. Median household income. Here it is. $35,000 a year. That is not very much money. That's $673 a week. They got a Dollar General though. Right there. Let's see, First Assembly of God. It's a church here. Anyway, take a look at this per capita. $16,646 a year. That's $320 a week. I don't have to tell you guys, that's not much to live on these days. That's what each and every person here lives on. Poverty, 24.4%. Children 17 and under, 24%. Folks 65 and older, 16%. So a little bit high. But cost of living, very low. Here's the index. So 81. So almost 20% lower than the rest of the country. Housing, 59% lower. So you're wondering, what's the median home value? $48,200. That is low. Well, the town seems real quiet, but there is some action here of the criminal kind. Yeah, crime here is surprisingly high, especially compared to the last town. Last year, 4.7 incidents per 100 people. You compare that to the US of 2.3. Crime here is twice higher. I'm not sure why. And they got some stuff there, don't they? But yeah, crime seems to be a bit of an issue in this town. You know, in Arkansas, I think more so than any other state, you've got people that just love to accumulate stuff, keep it in their yards and on their porches. Kind of what makes Arkansas unique. But I tell you what, guys, the people here are so nice, so friendly. You know, all these towns I go to, I always stop at little convenience stores, maybe a McDonald's, because I'm always on the lookout for some unique trinkets to buy my 2 adult children on my travels. And like when we were in Hawaii, you know, I did that in rural Hawaii, and I mean, nobody would want to say hi even. And quite frankly, some of the looks I got were hostile. But boy, here in Arkansas, people are just so friendly and nice, and they'll just talk about anything. It's just totally different. Really nice people here. They like their stuff. They love it. But the people here, they're just wonderful people. Quite frankly, down to earth. I always love coming to Arkansas. It's just you see sights you don't see anywhere else. Well, I think I've seen everything to see in this town, so yeah, let's head on down to the next one. Got one more town to show you. Well, guys, I'm heading into the town of Mansfield. Check it out, they have a movie theater. Looks empty, but still, could be something. I got a few buildings downtown here. Pretty good shape. Shops in them. Looks like a pretty robust town, doesn't it? Here, I didn't show you a map yet. Here it is. Now, peak population of this town was in, wow, just 2010, not long ago. There was 1,139 people here, 1,139. Let's say it that way. Today there are 1,053. So it's holding its population pretty good. There's the post office. Lots of churches. First Baptist Church Vacation Bible School. All right. Now they have a full-fledged grocery store here in this town. They have Cool Pops on sale, 2 for $4. I'm sure those are quite welcome these summer months. Yeah, that's a full-on grocery store, isn't it? In this little town of 1,000 people. Well, and check this out. They have the Cadillacs of Dollar Generals here. A DG Market. Yeah, the folks of Mansfield have choices, options, if you will. Well, let's see, the median household income in this town is $43,235 a year. It's $831 a week. Yeah, that's not a whole lot. Poverty is pretty high. 28.3 overall. School-age children, it's really high. 46%. Folks 65 and older, it is 10%. Cost of living is low though. An 85, so 15% lower. Housing though, not quite as cheap. Median home value here, $102,500. That's the highest of these three towns for sure. Still low compared to the rest of the U.S. Quite frankly, pretty reasonable. It's a beautiful old stately home there. Needs a little TLC, but yeah, that's a beauty. Even faded like that. Another one here too. That huge wraparound porch. The potential there is amazing, but yeah, that is clearly being neglected. And of course, it wouldn't be Arkansas if we didn't have some people who have got a lot of stuff. Lots and lots of stuff piled there in their carport. Again, a future flea market maybe. Now, crime here, that's not too bad. Last year, 18 incidents per 1,000 people. There's a little over 1,000 people here. They had 19 crimes total. Yeah, 4 violent, 15 property. So that compares to 23 for the U.S. overall. So crime here is a little bit lower. It's not too bad. So this is Mansfield High School. You can see it's a modern building. Pretty spacious. I'm guessing that a lot of the students, or the kids in the previous towns I've showed you, they're bused here. The elementary school here was pretty big too. So that is the lumber industry at work here in Arkansas. This may surprise some people, but the lumber industry in this state is among the biggest in the country. They do it all over the state. Big business here. Alright everyone, that's the end of this video here in Arkansas. Our first stop on our long journey to the East Coast, which will end in Virginia. But we'll be seeing a lot of small towns along the way in different states. Some state capitals. Washington, D.C., which we still haven't visited yet, so we'll be hitting there. Missouri is up next. So we hope you come along for the ride on this long trip, and we will see you along the way.